Welcome to English Flow Podcast. I am your host, Gwen, and in today's episode, we're going to talk about one of the biggest challenges in learning a new language: memorizing new words. Expanding your vocabulary is essential for improving your communication skills, but remembering new words can sometimes feel difficult. Don't worry. In this episode, I'll share some smart and effective techniques to help you learn and remember new words more easily. Let's start by understanding why we sometimes forget words. Our brains process a lot of information every day, and if we don't use a new word frequently, our brain doesn't see it as important. That's why repetition is key. But just repeating a word over and over isn't always the best way to remember it. Instead, we need to use creative methods to make words stick in our memory. One simple yet powerful technique is association. This means connecting the new word with something you already know. For example, if you learn the word gigantic, think of a giant or a huge building. Visualizing a big, strong image in your mind will help you remember the word much better than just reading it from a list. Another great way to memorize words is by using them in sentences. Just knowing a word's meaning isn't enough. You need to practice using it. Try making a sentence with the new word that relates to your daily life. For example, if you learn the word delicious, you can say, "The pizza I ate yesterday was delicious." Using words in context makes them more meaningful and easier to recall. Flashcards are another effective tool for learning vocabulary. You can create physical flashcards with the word on one side and the meaning on the other. Or you can use digital flashcard apps that allow you to practice anywhere. Reviewing flashcards regularly will reinforce your memory and help you recall words faster. Another technique that works well is learning words in groups. Instead of learning random words, try learning related words together. For example, if you're learning about food, study words like sweet, spicy, bitter, and sour at the same time. Grouping words by theme helps your brain create connections, making it easier to remember them. It's also helpful to practice with real-life materials. Reading books, watching movies, and listening to English songs can expose you to new words in a natural way. When you see or hear a new word, try to guess its meaning from the context before checking a dictionary. This will train your brain to recognize and understand words more quickly. Another fun way to learn vocabulary is by labeling things around you. If you're learning English, try putting sticky notes on objects in your home with their English names. For example, place a note on your fridge that says refrigerator. Seeing these words every day will help reinforce your memory without much effort. Practice is key when it comes to learning new words, and one of the best ways to practice is by speaking. If you have a language partner, try using new words in conversation. If you don't have a partner, you can still practice by speaking to yourself. Describe what you see around you, talk about your day, or even record yourself speaking. The more you use the words, the stronger your memory will become. One of the best ways to remember words is to connect them with emotions. When you feel something strongly, your brain naturally holds on to that memory. So, when you learn a new word, try to associate it with a personal experience, a funny story, or even a strong emotion. For example, if you learn the word thrilled, think of a time when you felt really excited. Maybe when you got a surprise gift or heard great news. This emotional connection will help you recall the word more easily. Another great technique is storytelling. Instead of memorizing a list of words, create a short story that includes them. The more unusual and vivid the story, the better you'll remember the words. For example, imagine a small monkey wearing a bright red hat, holding an enormous banana, and dancing on top of a mountain. if the words you're learning are enormous, bright, and dancing, this crazy story will help you recall them later. To make learning even more fun, try using words in songs or rhymes. Singing helps your brain store information in a unique way, making it easier to remember. You don't have to be a great singer. Just make a little tune in your head and sing the words. You can even change the lyrics of your favorite song to include the new vocabulary. The rhythm and melody will make the words stay with you longer. Speaking of fun ways to learn, let's talk about word games. Playing games like word association, crossword puzzles, or memory matching games can help reinforce vocabulary. If you enjoy challenges, try to make sentences with a new word every day, or play a game where you describe an object without saying its name. This kind of active engagement makes words more memorable. Visualization is another powerful memory tool. When you hear a new word, close your eyes and picture it in your mind. The more detailed and creative your mental image, the stronger the memory will be. If the word is ocean, imagine yourself standing on a beach, feeling the breeze, hearing the waves, and smelling the salt in the air. The richer your visualization, the easier it will be to recall the word later. Another technique that many learners find useful is talking to themselves. It might feel strange at first, but practicing new words aloud helps reinforce them. Try describing what you see around you using new vocabulary. If you're cooking, name the ingredients, describe their colors, textures, and smells. The more you use the words in real situations, the faster they become a natural part of your speech. Using new words in real-life situations is key to mastering them. If you have a language partner, try to use your new words in conversation. If not, write short journal entries or even social media posts in English. You can also set a challenge for yourself. Use 5 new words in a conversation every day. The more you actively use the vocabulary, the stronger your memory will be. Learning in a relaxed state of mind also makes memorization easier. If you're stressed, your brain won't retain information as well. So, find a calm environment when learning new words. You can listen to soft music, take deep breaths, or even try meditating before studying. The more relaxed you are, the better your memory works. Finally, always stay curious and keep exploring new words naturally. Read books, watch movies, and listen to English content regularly. The more you expose yourself to the language, the more words you'll pick up without even realizing it. Make learning an enjoyable part of your daily life, and vocabulary will come to you effortlessly. That brings us to the end of our episode. We've covered so many fun and effective ways to memorize vocabulary, connecting words with emotions, storytelling, songs, games, visualization, speaking aloud, real-life practice, relaxation, and continuous exposure. The key is to find the methods that work best for you and stay consistent. Keep practicing, stay motivated, and most importantly, have fun with the learning process. Thank you for listening to this episode of our English Learning Podcast. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your friends. Keep practicing, keep learning, and I'll see you in the next episode.